It is a 4-stage obstacle course designed to test people to their very core. Many will accept the challenge, but most will crumble under the pressure. Does anyone have what it takes to become the champion of Junsei Ryou? Previously on Junsei Ryou, 32 competitors took on the harder Stage 1 course. And even though the whip swing and levers of doom managed to take out a good portion of the crowd, 7 brave and strong competitors managed to beat the course and are now moving on to Stage 2. A much harder Stage 2, I may add. Let's see if anyone will make it to Stage 3. For the newly redesigned Stage 2, competitors will have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to make it through 8 grueling obstacles. First, they're going to have to make their way up the slide winder, and then make their way across the newly redesigned gate climb. After that is the returning parallel bars, followed by the hanging anchor hoist. And after they take a hop of fate, they have to make their way across the pipe dream, now going in the opposite direction as before. And then they're going to have to use the Pathfinder to make their way to Mount Olympus and climb to the very top. If anyone is able to do this, they will move on to Stage 3. Alright, first up to take on the new Stage 2 is Ryan. This young newcomer looked good on this first stage. Let's see how he does. He makes his way to the slide winder. He makes the jump. It's a very awkward jump in the beginning. It's designed that way. But he makes his way through, and now onto the gate climb. Now you have to jump off that trampoline now and reach a higher gate. He grabs on, he's got to pull himself up. He should have gotten a higher jump there, but he manages to do it, makes his way to the top. And now for the parallel bars. This has been a tricky obstacle in the past. Let's see how he does. Trying to keep his composure as he makes his way across. Oh, he stalled a bit, and just like that, he has been eliminated at the parallel bars. He was unable to make his way across. It's very important to keep your momentum, otherwise stuff like that happens. He has been eliminated. Alright, next up to take on Stage 2 is Chow. He has made it to Stage 3 before, so let's see if he can beat Stage 2 this time around. He has a winning record on this stage. It got a little awkward on the slide winder though, but it is a new obstacle, so it's understandable. Hops over the first gate of the gate climb, now he's got to jump up and grab the second gate. Good solid climb as he grabs it up there. And yeah, so far so good. Now onto the parallel bars. So he's never failed this obstacle before. He's doing big winding hops, using momentum to get across. Perfect form right there. Very impressive by Chow. Now onto the hanger anchor horse. Now this obstacle is quite tricky. While hanging from these bars, he has to pull the rope to lift the weight over the entire obstacle. You can see here, he is actually using his teeth while hanging onto one arm and then pulling with the other, and oh my, the weight actually hit him in the backside right there, and he completes the obstacle. That's a very demanding obstacle right there, but he completes it. And now the hop of fate. Not as big of a jump as the leap of fate, but yeah, he makes it across. Now onto the pipe dream. This long obstacle used to be the beginning of Stage 2. Now it's in the second half, and it's now going in the opposite direction, meaning that when you get to the halfway point, you now have to climb up to the second bar instead of down. And that could be quite challenging. He's effectively using those swings to help stabilize himself, trying to take as much pressure off his hands and arms as possible. He's going to need them for the last 2 obstacles. But now he's approaching the end of the pipe dream. He has to make sure he dismounts properly. The swing is very important, and he only has 30 seconds left, so he can't take too long here. Only 25 left. He's got to move. And oh no! Unfortunately, Chow slips backwards from the landing platform of the pipe dream. And unfortunately, he has been eliminated at Stage 2. Quite a surprising fall, quite frankly. Let's see if anyone else can make it past this obstacle. Alright, next up to take on Stage 2 is Ashton. And the good news for him is that the pipe dream is not the first obstacle of Stage 2 anymore. So hopefully he should do better. And he is. He is already doing better. He managed to beat the first obstacle of Stage 2, which is quite an achievement for him at this point. Makes his way to the gate climb. He's got to make that big bounce to the gate. He grabs on. Now he's got to pull himself up. And, oh, we got a little slip there. Oh, he's hanging. Oh, this is not good. He's trying everything he can to try to pull himself up, use his legs whenever possible, and oh my! Ashton took quite a spill off the gate climb, and unfortunately, he has been eliminated at Stage 2 yet again. But at least he didn't fail the first obstacle of Stage 2 this time around. Alright. Next up is the current Junsei Ryou champion. This is Jordan taking on Stage 2. He had a good run in Stage 1. Let's see how he does here. Clock starts. Makes his way through the slide winder. Competitors seem to be a bit awkward with that obstacle, but it's a new obstacle, so it's understandable. Now onto the gate climb. Makes the original jump down. Now he's got to jump to that higher gate. And he grabs a nice form on the grab, pulls himself up. Excellent job on Jordan's half. He now pulls himself over to the other side, and now he approaches the parallel bars. Always a tricky obstacle. He's using the leg pumping action to get himself across, and he reaches the other side. And now onto a very demanding obstacle. This is the hanging anchor hoist. Let's see what technique he uses trying to get through this obstacle. He's got to pull that rope. That is a heavy weight. Once again, using the teeth technique that we've seen before. I really hope that rope is clean, or at least clean enough to put your mouth on it. And takes the weight to the back. Oh, hopefully that doesn't affect him too much. And he pulls it over. All right, it's got a little over a minute left. Now he's got to make his way through the hop of fate. Little hop here, and he makes it through. All right. Now on to the pipe dream. Now this obstacle, it's a bit harder than the original pipe dream simply because you're going the other way. And because it's later in the course, you're more tired, takes more out of you. We already saw it take out Chow on the dismount, so Jordan has to be careful. But he also has to make sure it doesn't take up too much time. He has only about 40 seconds left, and there's still 2 more obstacles after this, so he's got to make sure that he paces himself correctly. He's on to the last swing section of the pipe dream, trying to use as much leg strength as he can to conserve his arms. Now he's got to go for that tricky dismount. Oh, the swing is getting in his way. This could be oh no! Oh my goodness! I did not see that coming. The cameraman barely even saw that coming. But the current Junsei Ryou champion Jordan has been eliminated in Stage 2. Oh my goodness, I did not see that coming. I don't know if anyone else there did. Oh my. Can anyone beat this daunting stage? I don't know if it's possible at this point. Alright, now it's time for the last remaining newcomer left. This is Daryl. Can he clear this course that has just been decimating the competition so far? He actually looked good on the slide wander. Didn't seem as awkward as some of the other people did. Now he's got to jump up on the gate climb, and good jump. Slightly low, but he pulls himself very quickly. Making his way to the parallel bars. He's never competed on this obstacle before since he is a newcomer, but really good pace so far. Now onto the hanging anchor hoist. This can take a lot of time out of your run. It's a heavy weight. You're hanging as you're trying to lift the weight. Let's see what technique he uses. And he does not go for the mouth technique. He uses the wrap around the arm technique. He actually seems to be going a little bit faster. Dodges the weight on the way down. Oh, now he's having trouble getting over that last part, and he gets through. All right, minute 20 left. He's actually got a fairly good pace. Now in the hop of fate. No problem there. All right, pipe dream. This has already taken out 2 of our all-stars, Chow and Jordan. So we got to see what happens here. Two of the very best have been taken out by this obstacle. And Daryl getting a little bit hung up on that second swing. Now into the transition to the higher section. Oh my. Almost slips, but he able to recover. Now he's making his way through to that final swing. Doing everything he can to reserve that strength of his. Now for the dismount. He's got to be careful that swing on the back doesn't trip him up.
Yeah.
And now he makes it. Now onto the Pathfinder. He's got to carry that weight to the end and then use it to transfer to the Mount Olympus. Oh man, this is a tough transition. Let's see if he can pull it off. It's all about how far you throw the weights. That's about mid-distance. Let's see if he can make it. And he makes the distance. All he's got to do is climb Mount Olympus. He's got 10 seconds left. He's got to reach the top. That's all he's got to do. And oh no! Oh no! Oh my! I thought he had it, but unfortunately he slips off of Mount Olympus and has also been eliminated at stage 2. We are running out of people, folks. Oh, we're going to have to see if our last two competitors can solve this equation. But an excellent performance from the newcomer. Let's see what our last two competitors can do. Alright, we've had no finishers so far, but now one of our top competitors, Derek, will take on the course. Can he do it? Whoa! Already a little shaky on the slide wander. Had to catch himself there. Derek had the fastest time through stage 1. If anyone's going to beat stage 2, it's probably going to be him. Surprisingly low grab on the gate climb, but he manages to reach the top in one fell swoop due to his long arms there. Now onto the parallel bars. He's walking his way across while pumping those legs like a bicycle motion. Very well done. Very excellent execution there. Now onto the hanging anchor hoist. This is going to be a real test of his strength and endurance. This can set the tone for the rest of the stage for him. Let's see how he approaches this obstacle. He already has the rope in his mouth. He is going for the teeth technique. He is actually doing it quite fast. Not as quite long strides as Daryl. Takes the weight to the chest. Not the back, but that cannot be pleasant either way. He gets it over. A minute 20 left. His pace is good. He's just got to make sure he doesn't spend too much time on the pipe dream. Leap of fate, no problem. In fact, it's the hop of fate. Now onto the pipe dream. He is not even using the swings. He is quickly getting through already in the middle portion of the pipe dream. Derek, very clearly one of the top competitors, as you can see. All he has got to do now is make this dismount. Hopefully he can build up enough momentum. And he's there. Alright, he has the most amount of time of anyone who's made it this far. So now he's got to run.
Yeah.
He's got to make it to the end. Let's see if he can do it.
I just wanted to do this because we were waiting. 5 seconds.
He's got the best pace so far. Still 30 seconds left. All he's got to do is make this jump, and he's going to be able to do it. And oh, that's a bit far. Let's see if he can bridge the gap. And oh no! Oh no! Derek, unfortunately, threw the weights just a little bit too far. He was unable to jump the distance. He immediately fell off, and we are down to one person, folks. Oh man, I'm getting nervous. An excellent run by Derek, but unfortunately it just didn't work out. Alright, so it all comes down to this. Matt is the only competitor left. Either he clears stage 2 or Junsei Ryou 4 ends right here. The destiny of the entire season is in Matt's hands. And oh my! He slips on the slide wander, falls on his butt, but he immediately recovers. Now onto the gate climb. Matt has a tendency to go a bit slower than the other top competitors. A bit of a shaky grab on the gate climb there. Gets it a little bit low. He went more forward than up, but still completes it. Now for the hand hopping technique. He's failed this obstacle before on the parallel bars, but he makes it through. Now onto the hanging anchor hoist. Once again, this is a real test of endurance, folks. You're hanging. The weight is actually pretty heavy. You have to try to pull up the weight as you're hanging. And that's what makes this so difficult. And he's got to be careful of the swing. And oh, takes it right on the hip. And oh my, he actually drops the weight. It goes all the way back down to the ground. That means extra weight pulling that he has to do to get over the top. And his pace is actually a little bit behind some of the other competitors. So he's going to have to make up the time because he's only got 1:10 left. He approaches the hop of fate and sizing it up, makes his way across. He's got only 1 minute left to do the pipe dream.
I'll explain in just a second.
He's going to make his way through. He's getting a bit nervous here. Not going for the swings in the first half, going hands only. That's for when it comes to speed, that's a good strategy. Can't afford to use up any more time because he is starting to run low. And he's saving a lot of time by going hands only on the pipe dream. Hopefully it doesn't zap too much of his strength in the rest of the course. Now for the dismount. This is crucial. This dismount has taken out his fellow competitors. He makes it. He makes it through, and now on to the Pathfinder. He's got only 20 seconds left. He's got to make sure he hurries his way. He speeds things up a little bit because he knows he's low on time. He has almost 10 seconds left. He's got to make this jump. And oh, it's a short. He threw it short. He's got to make it. He's got to go for it. He's got almost 5 seconds. He makes the jump. He just got to get to the top. Oh my goodness. I don't know if he's going to make it in time. Can he do it? Yes! Oh my goodness! Despite all odds, Matt manages to clear the course with 0.1 seconds left. Holy cow! I can't believe it. And in typical Matt fashion, he finishes with very little time, but holy crap, I am glad he did. Matt is our only finisher on stage 2, and he will be the sole person taking on stage 3. What a run, what a finish. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. And then there was one. After a decimating stage 2 course, Matt is our sole survivor of stage 2, and he will be the sole competitor to take on stage 3 and possibly stage 4. Can Matt go all the way and possibly become the new Junsei Ryou champion? Tune in for the grand finale of Junsei Ryou Season 4 to find out.
Would say the only thing worth having was found at the end of each day. But that was then and this is now, and he's far gone, and his voice had lingered on for far too long. He said, my fearless son, you can't be stronger than them all. Their blades control the sky and if the jungle would we fall. And you need an alibi just to pass by in this life, cause your shield can't protect you from death sight. Oh no. When he left to find himself, I left his spirit and body and soul. I also left my family, literally. Cause if he's not worth anything, then what do I know? I'm just a carbon copy of a damned machine. You'll never breathe